My name is Subitra. I'm doing the video presentation. The key features of each strategy. The first is direct learning strategy. This strategy involves having a teacher-centered classroom who controls timing, sequencing, and organizing for various lesson activities. The learning method and success criteria are explained to students. There is an emphasis on academic achievement. Teachers monitor carefully students' activities and provide frequent, clear feedback. Teacher is responsible for providing complete guidance for learning. Inquiry-based learning strategy. This strategy is student-centered classroom environment assisted by the teacher. This type of learning has two key features. First, to engage each student actively in a group work, discussion, and from there, making students to develop knowledge by asking lots of questions, making observation, collecting data, and analyzing and interpreting the data. When students are engaged and interested, they learn more powerfully. The learning context in which the users identify in the literature is as being most appropriate. Direct learning, this context is often used in mathematics, where teacher has to show how to solve a sum by showing the fundamental formulas, as well as in science where students need guidance in laboratory classes. Similarly, teacher has to assist with tutorials, spelling, discussion, seminars, and practice or internship. Inquiry-based learning. This context is often used for students in case studies, investigation, fieldwork, individual or group project, and research project. Inquiry can be conducted through experiential learning. They all are based on the constructivist theory of learning. There are many forms of inquiry learning, such as play-based learning, discovery learning, project-based learning, and problem-based learning. The impact of each strategy on student learning. Direct instruction. This helps students to develop the foundational knowledge that they need for later learning. It can reduce the cognitive load on students' working memory. This style of instruction is particularly useful for teachers to convey a subject of their personal interest. They can make a passionate presentation and stimulate the interest and enthusiasm of students. It allows teachers to point out any possible difficulties for students that are exposed to any type of questions. Shows an effective way of demonstrating to students that there are alternative perspectives on issues. Many students learn more deeply from strongly guided learning than from discovery. Nevertheless, direct instruction gives reasonably stress-free learning environment for students. And in inquiry-based learning, this style of learning facilitator helps students to scaffold in their inquiry learning skills where they are able to create questions of their own, obtaining supportive evidence to answer the questions, explaining the evidence collected, analyzed, and interpreted data, connecting the explanation to the knowledge obtained from the investigative process, as well as creating an argument and justification for the explanation. How each strategy contributes to the effective teaching practice. Direct instruction. The teacher needs to be well prepared, well organized, have a clear structure to the lesson, and be enthusiastic. There should be sufficient task orientation in order that the learning outcomes are clear. Crucially, rather than a passive lecture, students need to be involved through questioning, probing, and feedback. Inquiry-based learning, the teacher needs to be encouraging, divergent thinking, and should allow students the freedom to ask own questions. This will help them to learn the effective strategy for discovering the answer. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.